welcome to the Whiskey.
You don't know what this is?
It's Battlefield Clynelish.
No, Oh, okay, never mind. You know what this is.
You can read.
Well, I didn't know if you'd seen it.
It's on the back.
Oh, right there. I didn't
Right
see that.
there.
Right there, okay.
This is Daniel.
Hey, that's Rex.
Hurt my ears.
Deep breathing.
Hurt my ears.
Well, we're trying to bring some energy.
Guess we're still kind
I'm
of.
gonna pour you.
Still kind of tired.
This is another Patrick Cone Day, patron saint of whiskey now.
Patrick, are you gonna make us do it?
Yeah.
Patrick, you patron saint of whiskey.
All right, so
he's bringing the damage.
yeah, he is. There's still like 8 more bottles over there from Patrick.
Yeah. So is he? And what's it called? Squared? Patron saint squared?
Squared, where it's like it's 64 bottles. I thought that was called full Weddle. Is Weddle more than 64 bottles?
Well, I don't know. Weddle, he snuck in some shady bottles.
Yeah, I did. So.
All right. I don't even know if some of those are technically whiskey.
So Weddle is when you go full bore on donation levels,
Right.
but in the midst of it, you try to f with us. All right, so Clynelish is a really lovely Highland distillery up by Brora, and
Sweet and fruity and flowery and beautiful.
yeah, it's got views of the North Sea. It's right in the middle of the Highlands.
It leaps out of the glass.
Yeah, it is very floral in the sense of like a honeysuckle floral.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a trace of anything smoky or aggressive or challenging.
There's a little bit of saltiness in there.
And I
Or
can
maybe
tell,
mustiness is
man,
the word I'm looking for.
I'm calling it. The finish on this is going to last for days. It even smells.
You think it's gonna be heavy oil?
It even smells oily.
But it is bright, shiny, and vibrant, though. Not brittle. Now,
There's the cling.
this
There's the cling.
this clings in a similar way to Auchentoshan 12. It doesn't taste like Auchentoshan 12,
Right.
But you know how that Auchentoshan 12 has that lingering, oily aftertaste?
Man,
It's like that.
it's like 90% as strong right now than it was whenever I first sipped it.
And it really does have this sort of tanginess to it
And
on
this-
the aftertaste. And this is a Battlehill product, which is an independent bottling company, as you know.
Yeah.
And they took a 19-year-old Clynelish.
Yep.
This is one of 1,200 bottles.
This is 46%, by the way. I don't know if people tease me because that's what I always... Some people care. They want to
they do.
know. They want to
They do.
know. All right.
And it's a lot more rich and complicated for that low. I would have thought it was a higher proof.
So yeah, what's interesting is how sweet and beautiful and vibrant this is.
Yeah, but not
so much so that the intensity of that beautiful, it's almost aggressive because it's so.
It's aggressively beautiful.
It is.
Yeah. Like
aggressively flowery, if that's even.
like Angelina Jolie. Aggressively beautiful.
Yeah. One of the things we experimented with, one of the many during Rex Month, was
Yes.
a new format for the tasting. I think we should do ice situationally.
Yeah, but water, I think
Every time. Every time. Ice,
And
if we're...
especially
Yeah.
with a high oil content whiskey,
Right.
because the water is going to have a really dramatic effect on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Now, do you know anything about this whiskey?
I mean, I know Clynelish, right? It's just a pretty
Well, I'm asking
historical.
I'm asking because we have the story time.
No, I don't know any.
Okay,
there
fine.
are really good stories. There's good stories about Battlehill. It's a famous battle spot or scene of a battle in Scottish history.
Yeah.
But I couldn't quote it quickly and well enough to do it from memory right now.
Tamped it down a little bit. It didn't unlock any new flavors for
No,
me.
it rounded it off. What's weird is it made it taste like a slightly older, more rounded,
Yeah.
sanded down.
So sometimes you put in a little water, it unlocks some of the flavors. This didn't unlock anything.
no, this was
but
significantly better before the water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one more round and see.
If you like aggressively floral and beautiful whiskeys.
I'm gonna see if we come back over the other side.
Right.
Like
That
you can
is-
see the oil. Look at the oil trying to separate in there.
Yeah.
That is.
Got legs for days.
The nose got way more
Just
perfumey, dense sweet with water.
It's perfumey honey, man.
Yeah.
It is perfumey.
You know what it reminds me of? Some of the fancy honeys we tried on the fancy honey day during dry week that one time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, who knew honey could be this
Yeah.
vastly floral or candied? Or
Speaking of, we'll figure out the dates for our next dry week in the quarterly challenge. It's not going to be on like Christmas and New Year's though, so you can.
Yeah, so it'll be before that.
You'll
So
realize.
maybe in between Thanksgiving and
Yeah,
Christmas?
somewhere in there.
When was the last one? July?
I don't know.
Me either.
This is why I keep telling like Daniel, we need a whiskey calendar. We need so we can see everybody's schedule here.
Yeah.
All right. One more thing you need to do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know that's going to fall on me.
So be thinking about this because in the evolution of our tasting process on this whiskey review channel,
Right.
we're getting the water. It's a regular occurrence. Ice is situational.
Right.
Story time, we're backing it into the episode a little
Right.
bit so we can give first impressions, talk about the
Right.
whiskey. Now that story time, I'm not satisfied with sitting in here in chairs. It's not quite right.
No, that's
what
weird.
we can do is find a place anywhere in the building and we just leave a camera there and we leave a camera there. Whenever story
And we
time.
just combine them?
Yeah, we just need it to be comfortable.
So we just walk off camera and head over to story time?
We just take the card over there and go to story. And that should also be, because not every whiskey's going to have an amazing story, that should also be comments.
Optional.
Optional
It should
story time.
also be optional.
Optional story time.
Yes, and if we do story time, we do comments at the same time.
Yes. No comments.
If we don't, then comments happen in here.
Yes, and comments aren't optional.
No.
We always do comments. Okay, so for people who've been living under a rock, Rex Month finale came out on, what was it? Thursday?
It was enough video for 2 days. Because it didn't get released on the 31st, but it
Right.
did get released on what for most people would have been still the yesterday.
Yes.
Because by the time they woke up, it was out.
Yes.
Which means,
Very.
even though technically it was November 1st, if you woke up at 7 a.m., it happened yesterday.
So, very elaborate, that's the word I'll use, an elaborate
Yes,
episode.
yes.
Those take a long time.
There was even a Patreon comment today of some guy who was like, look, guys, this is enough with the antics. Why can't we just have whiskey reviews?
Dude, go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Anywhere
That
else.
was one of our patrons.
Right, it's like,
And I was like, wow, how long have you been here?
right, this is kind of a thing that we do.
It's a celebration moment.
Sure.
It's not the norm.
Sure. So the other milestone is the Whiskey Tribe channel, our
Oh,
other channel.
50,000 subscribers.
50,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Cheers. That's like
Yeah, thanks, guys.
yeah.
So all of that work, we've been, this month, here's the thing. This month, I have done a third of the year's events in the last month and a half.
Okay.
So, and then Rex has gone without sleep for like since late July.
Okay.
So,
Because this is making sense now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, let's do a Rex month. It's like, oh, all right, cool. I understand the rhythm of this place. And the events and the days and the timelines and the schedule. So no matter what, we'll be able to shoot some content to make it work.
yeah, no.
Okay. So this month in particular,
Yeah.
because it was like, man, we got a lot of,
Stuff to-
heavy lift content that I would really like to get out this month. Oh, we can't do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we were doing 2 to 3 events a week since the end of August.
So here's the results.
Here's why we say that.
Here's the results of specifically like the final episode. Because and we talked about this on the Tribes episode on Saturday. But what we're going for with the shenanigan, the antics episodes would happen just a few times a year.
Yes.
Is something so over the top and so ridiculous that you can't help but comment and have a very strong opinion.
Yeah.
And if you have any doubt about that,
We
I would
enjoy
say 90% have the reaction that we definitely would prefer.
Which is what the hell? That was
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah. And then 10% are really, really out of sorts.
Yeah.
Because it's not a whiskey review. And to those people, there's plenty of other options if you just want straight whiskey reviews.
Yes, there are.
One of the
very
things,
good ones.
One of the many things that makes this community special is that we occasionally get a little silly and ridiculous. We're not afraid to be nerdy when it comes to whiskey, or just really dorky and out of bounds and ridiculous whenever it comes to storyline content. So the rule is there's no wet blankets. If people are having fun with it, go find something else if you're not enjoying it.
Yeah, because there's a lot out there.
Plenty.
And a lot of them we know, and they're amazing people shooting amazing content.
Absolutely. So the thing that was the surprising reaction, because at the end of Rex Month, a peek behind the curtain, because I think the channel has grown large enough for me to explicitly say what Rex Week and what Rex Month are. Daniel Week, he in earnest is just trying whiskeys that he wants to try. During Rex Month or Rex Week, I want a theatrical story arc.
Yeah.
That's what I want to have happen.
I want a storyline.
So the storyline is, yes, based on things that are actually happening in the vault.
Right.
And every good story has some tension, it has some drama, and some of the things are artificial just to kind of juice the process and
right.
you know the series of events that are happening. So by the time you get to the end, I have become the embodiment of all horrible, evil things.
Yeah.
And I must be destroyed.
You have to get worse and worse and
Right.
worse. And then in the comments, you have to watch people get more and more and more concerned.
Yes.
Like, what is this becoming? It's like, weren't you here last year?
This is exactly, but
It's the same trajectory.
It's the same trajectory. But I think because there's so many people coming into this channel so quickly, we do need to say, for the record, we're not actually hating each other.
No.
We're working towards this climactic ending
You got to create
of a dramatic,
conflict.
over-the-top, ridiculous storyline. That's what Rex Month is.
And
It is an intentional unbalancing of the content for a while. So whenever we have this ultimate episode, it's like a catharsis. Evil has been vanquished.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, we finished the episode. Jole was watching it.
Yeah.
We got to the end. She was like, I'm a little emotional.
Yes.
I may or may not have cried a little bit. And I'm sitting in my chair and I'm like, hey, me too, babe. Me too.
No, like
There was the music
yeah.
and the arc that was set up made it disproportionately emotional.
Yes. No, that's
Although it took someone commenting for me to realize that the people shouting mooch, mooch, mooch were in the shape of a
you know,
I totally missed that.
you know, a lot of comments went by before somebody actually mentioned that. Yeah. Yeah. So
But it caught me off guard.
Yeah, so it's a situation where we absolutely got the reaction we're looking for with people like that is
Crazy.
I cringed so hard it turned into a smile and amazing laughter.
Yeah.
Like, yes, perfect. But the surprising reaction in the social groups, the number of people who have been, you know, watching Patreon lenses and, you know, the
Right.
comments and he's basically been picking up on clues here and there, realize that we have gotten super, super exhausted.
Yes.
Not only with whiskey content.
Yes.
Just, you know, this is part of what we do in our day-to-day.
You can see it. You can see the trajectory on our faces.
Right. You know, we're like,
And then the gray in our beards.
we're aging minute by minute.
Yeah.
So, there's, I think, in social group, one of the pages, there was a post that somebody made. It was like, hey, Rex and Daniel, take a week or two off. We're cool with it.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, that's nice of you. And then literally, like, several hundred
Yeah, there was hundreds.
people was like, yeah.
And by the way, I didn't tell you, but I've got at least 24 emails.
Right.
From people saying, hey, I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook, but you guys should take a break.
So, that's...
Including from 3 of our largest supporters.
Yes. So, we hear you. We're going to take a week-long break from vault content.
Which means
and
the
then-
next aired episode, including the tribe,
Right.
the next aired episode will be Tuesday the 13th.
Yep.
And the next tribe episode, that makes it the, what?
I think it's the 17th.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17th.
It's the 17th.
Yeah.
Right. So we're still going to be doing all the distiller stuff. I'm still going to be doing lenses and the Patreon.
Yeah.
And I intend to be actually spending some of that free time in the social, like Facebook pages and the Reddit
Interacting with
and the
people.
Patreon, interacting with people, because I've been doing that less and less and less with the more tight deadlines and schedules we've been dealing with.
I'm unfortunately going to be spending that time still teaching 3 more classes.
Lovely. Be thinking about it, because Daniel and I are going to be going to Ireland sometime next year. We'll choose the time.
Probably when the harvest time, when farmers are actually doing things, because part of our trip we want to visit some of the barley farms.
Right.
And you got to do that when things are happening.
So we're going to be shooting some content for a few different videos on the Whiskey Tribe channel. Be thinking about what we should do in Ireland, because we have very little idea of where we should go and what we
I've
should
never
see.
been.
I've never been either.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know.
I hear it's over by Canada, right?
in the comments. And we looked at the size, and it is a fraction of the size of Texas, so we can get around fine. Let us know what to do in Ireland. I'm very much looking forward to the trip. I'm looking forward to the tribe content, because for people that have been around since the beginning of the vault and they see the tribe, is like, well, that's where they do shenanigans. I got to tell you, from my perspective, there have been more in-depth and arguably more nerdy episodes on the Whiskey Tribe channel than we can ever hope to do on this
in the last couple of months.
Yeah, in this review channel, we're somewhat limited to where we can go and what we can physically do.
Yep.
But yeah, there's always going to be shenanigans on both channels.
Here's the thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Anytime you're watching one of our videos, look through the comments and you'll find some other channels commenting.
Oh, still isn't a review channel.
No, but he's great.
Yeah.
Right? So I've seen like No Nonsense Whiskey. I've seen quite a few different channels in there who are commenting and engaged.
Yeah.
Go look through the comments and follow through to the link. Watch some videos.
I'm kind of eager to get back and just full on do the evolution of our review method or tasting method. Because I'm almost kind of annoyed of all the whiskeys that we didn't have water, that I wanted water, but I didn't walk down the damn stairs to get some water.
So we're starting over from the beginning. We're going to re-review the last 500 whiskeys.
Go back to the
all over again.
Going back to the Irishman. I think that was the first one.
I think it might have been.
That was the first I was on.
Yeah.
All right, so here's
as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.